To all me Jamaican viewers out there, ribbit, welcome me brethren and me sisterins. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, the Jamaican Brad Pitt himself, Shabba ranks all-time legend with the most bro-chad song celebrating one man's love for so many ladies. But will you get that in the new Assassin's Creed game coming out from Ubisoft Paris? I'm afraid the answer is a big fat no. So much so, ladies and gentlemen, that a diplomatic incident is about to ensue before your very eyes. And I, for one, cannot wait to see what happens. It's going to be a massive fallout. Does it serve Ubisoft right? It does, because that company has gone from shit to even shitter. How is that even possible? Don't ask me. I'm just a pleb sat alone in these rather tight broom closet of a closet, and I'm not coming out of it anytime, if you get my drift. But we got to celebrate Jamaica's national treasure. So Shabba, 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 as opposed to Yasuke, Yasuke, Yasuke. I know my Japanese viewers, I called him Yasuke, but for the purposes of this song, well, I had to make it rhyme somehow.
What's that?
Flashing through the sky, he's a go-go guy. Stronger than a train with a so-so brain. He's fearless, fearless, a little too careless.
Ah, yes, ladies and gentlemen, snuggling up on the unbelievable, fantastic, fumbastic fun bags of Miss Mariah Carey herself. Oh my God. Does this life get any better, folks? No, it doesn't. Is it any better for Ubisoft Paris? But here we are at that park place, or in this case, a dark place at the park place, because unfortunately, Ubisoft's troubles with this fictional samurai they call the Yasuke is only getting worse and worse. And I've seen this from time to time. I've talked about it on my channel before, ladies and gentlemen. But when white people have made a significant mark in history, they want to take a skid mark like Yasuke, put him in the place of somebody else and say, hey, you know what? He was there first. White man came much, much later on. You cannot rewrite history, folks. It's already there because it's called history. But as reported by Mark Kern, you know his alias Grums, a Japanese political aide, detailed the game and his false depiction of Japanese history, culture and aesthetics. I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I have been to Japan. I went there in 2018, fell in love with the place. It's so gorgeous. The people are just, I just want to pick them up and squeeze their faces. And I believe on my travels on the subway, I had a Yakuza gentleman sat opposite me. Did he leave me alone? Yes. You know why? Because my name wasn't and isn't Johnny Somali. And when I'm in Electric Town as well, oh God, I'm like a kid in a candy store. You got the anime waifus all around you. You've just got great gadgets to play with. It's just an incredible place. It really is. But yeah, letters are being sent with questions to the Japan Ministry of Education, Culture, Sports, Science and Technology, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Ministry of Economy, Trade and Industry. While the government have not taken any action yet, they are waiting for final release of the game to decide, which I think is actually a good move, because what you're going to be doing now is preempting what might be there, even though you already kind of know what is there already. And there is mounting pressure in Japan to address the issue with Ubisoft portraying false information to Japanese kids, because I would like to think the Japanese kids are being raised properly by the parents, and I'm pretty sure the parents are watching very carefully what the children are into. So maybe 50-50 on that one. But then again, I'm not a Japanese native. I mean, when was the last time I woke up in the morning thinking of myself as being somebody of Japanese heritage? It'd be fucking cool if it were, but sadly it's not. Of course, you got the gentleman here, one of the government officials who produces lots of official looking documentation saying why this Ubisoft game cannot go ahead. But you know what's really funny as well? Is that Yasuke is walking around in the daytime in Japan, like giving out the biggest flex saying, yo, sister, check me out. Ha ha ha. And my samurai sword. You don't even wearing this garb if you're going into battle, not daytime duties walking around like you're the village mascot. It's so stupid, isn't it? But of course, the excuse Ubisoft will give to you here is, hey, it's just fantasy, we can do this. But it contradicts their mantra of, well, it's an historical accurate game depicting real life characters. Make your mind up, Ubisoft. What do you want to do? So good video, but if you can understand Japanese, then obviously by all means go ahead and translate it for yourself. So, I mean, the reason why I think at the moment the government could intervene, because if you know anything about Bella Hadid, the woman whose stony face makes even rocks shiver with terror. Well, she was dropped by Adidas recently over her criticism of Israel. So Adidas obviously had to listen to Israel to get her butt ugly face removed from the Adidas ads. Bella Hadid never rated her as a model, never rated her as anything. Her younger sister, Gigi, yeah, Gigi Hadid, back in the day, she was something special. Even Zayn Malik from One Direction thought she was some kind of special too, which is why he hooked up with her in 2015. And the two people now have a bouncing baby daughter to look after, which has kind of created a bit of an awkward rift here because Zayn Malik famously broke off from Gigi Hadid and she once dated Bradley Cooper. I mean, the woman's been around quite a bit actually. Again, me, I like my women to be pure as the driven snow. If they've messed around with other fellas, I'm not that interested to be honest, but that's another story for another day.
Kung Fu Hot Dog. He's the team here to motorboat fun bags and kick ass. And he's all out of titties.
It's a f***ing video game.
The second story of the day I would like to discuss is the disgusting Disney doing even more woeful and reprehensible things. So check this story out. Offensive country character, the country bear, has been reworked for a modern audience. Who am I talking about, you might be asking yourself. I've never heard of these characters, to be honest. So Five Bear Ruggs in Country Bear Musical Jamboree at Walt Disney World via Disney Parks blog. So the country... So when it reopened, apparently, the Country Bear Musical, ding dang down, when it reopened in Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom to guests on July the 17th, everybody was in for a big shock because Liverlips McGraw was nowhere to be seen. Who is Liverlips McGraw or McGrawl, you might be asking yourself? It's this gentleman right here. I mean, shockingly, the pronouns have not been assigned. We know that it's a he, so you can't get rid of the, you can remove the it's fine. So Liverlips has now had a bit of a makeover. Oh yeah, you can't call him Liverlips anymore because that terminology is associated with somebody who likes to consume vast amounts of alcohol. From where I come from, I think of Liverlips as somebody with humongous pre-plastic surgery lips. We used to call them rubber lips back in my day at school. And you know, some men with the rather big lippy doo-doos can seem somewhat attractive, like Tyson Beckford, that Ralph Lauren model. You remember him? Very striking gentleman. Here we go, folks. The very new look. Well, not Liverlips McGraw. What do you call now? Romeo McGraw. Oh my God. In the blonde wig, pink lips, very sky blue shirt and a yellow jamboree guitar to go along to complete the outfit for today. Oh my goodness, that is absolute. It's a 9-day difference, isn't it, folks? Look at that. Holy moly. Of course, families and their kids will be going in and they'll be thinking, what the fuck is this monstrosity right here? I too would be asking that very same question if I were a responsible parent. But there you have it, folks. Because Disney wokies are just getting so mystified and so horrified about the creations they made, this is what they're panning down to. Oh no, look at that. But funny enough, there was another attraction, which I'm going to highlight here very quickly, called Tiana's Bayou Adventure, which had subsequent breakdowns, technical-wise, when it was unleashed to the passerbys, the unsuspecting people who paid so much money at the Disney booths to walk in and see this monstrosity right here. I mean, the character design looks quite nice, but when you know why they forced it upon us, then you know what, you got to turn the other cheek. They also had Pirates of the Caribbean amended as well. So instead of male pirates chasing women, it was the other way round. I mean, Benny Hill did this back in the day, man. The bro would be chased by scantily clad women because, let's face it, men of culture, if you want a woman to chase you, she's not going to be wearing much on, is she? That's what I like, so I'm down for that shit. And yeah, they changed the redhead. They changed a few other things because, you know, Pirates of the Caribbean, a billion-dollar busting franchise. But yeah, when it comes to our theme parks and we're called Disney, we've got to make some politically correct changes because that's what we're all about, ladies and gentlemen. And I think personally it's absolute dog water. It's hog water, yo. And just getting back to my screen and oh gosh, Mariah Carey, she's such a naughty diva, and I love her when she starts pouting her lippy dippies like that. Oh, but honestly, folks, if you want to be someone's fantasy today, well, don't look at me because I don't know what I can do for you. But if you enjoyed my roundup of today's stories, and by the way, Tenacious D, the D stands for douchebags, really interesting what happened, isn't it, over the last few days where they're on stage and they wished somebody would have been deleted. It's rather funny how it's all backfiring against them now. Kyle Gass has been dropped by his talent agency. Did the guy have any talent to even begin with? Maybe a minuscule, but then Jack Black, obviously, he's got his own troubles. He's got his own YouTube channel. People are roasting him in the comment section for what he's doing there. Yeah, keep your political opinions out of the public arena, Jack. Whatever opinions you have, make them private. When you're dead and gone, dude, we'll soon find out. But of course, if you were me, and if you were her, you should come back maybe for the next video. Mr. Loverman, they call me Mr. Loverman. Mr. Lover, Mr. Loverman. We got to love you up, ladies. When you see my 10-inch banana